So today we're going to review the three main types of point of view. First person point of view. The narrator is telling the story and is a character in the story. So if we look back at the pigs, I built a house. My house was made from straw. My brothers and I all built houses. Our houses were made from different things. So key words here that tell us that it's first person are I, me, my, our, and ours. In second person point of view, the author or narrator is telling the story to you. When the narrator uses pronouns you or your to tell a story, it's using the second person point of view. And this is how the story unfolds from the perspective of an onlooker who is speaking directly to the reader. For example, first, you gather up your straw. Make sure you check for the big bad wolf. Have all of your tools with you. So, second person has the keywords you, your, and yours. And usually it's used for things such as directions, like first you gather up your straw, right? In third person point of view, the narrator is more like an outsider looking in. There are two types of third person point of view, limited and omniscient. We'll get back to that in a second. So, third person uses keywords like he, she, it, they, and them. They wanted to build houses. All three of them wanted to be safe from the wolf. One pig used bricks. He was the smartest. So, if we're looking at third person limited, this is more of a narrator who's kind of neutral and they're not a character, but they know the thoughts and views of one of the characters. So, if they were looking at the little pig who used brick, maybe his name was Tom. Tom used bricks to build his house. He thought bricks would be the best way. Now, that would be limited. If we had omniscient, omni means all knowing. So omniscient is an all knowing narrator. So that person or narrator knows the thoughts and views of Tom, who's using bricks, Jerry, who is using straw, and Phil, who's using, forget what he was using. So anyway, Tom thought bricks would be the best way to build a house. Jerry thought bricks were too heavy and he decided to use straw. So again, we're getting the information about how more than one character felt, so that's omniscient. If we only knew how one character. Okay, let's try one out. Tom used bricks to build his house. He thought it was the strongest. So I know that I'm getting the thoughts of Tom and what he feels and believes because it tells me he thought. And so I'm using the pronoun he, and we have the character's name Tom, so there's no I. So this is going to be third person point of view. Which one? Omniscient or limited? Well, based on what we have, we only know what the one character is saying or thinking. So we know that it's just focusing on what Tom. Okay, let's look at another one. I used sticks to build my house. I found a bunch of sticks to use. Sticks will keep me safe. Okay, so we're getting the thoughts, right? He thinks that sticks will keep him safe. So does that mean it's third person? No, because of the pronoun I. I use sticks to build another one, my house. I found a bunch of sticks to use, and sticks will keep me safe. So this is first person point of view. We're getting it directly from the pig who built his house with sticks, which is the one thing I couldn't remember which type of material it was. So sticks. Okay, let's look at this one. Tom believed bricks were worth the work. Jerry liked the smell of straw. Phil used sticks because he had a lot of them. So now I find out what Tom thought, what Jerry was thinking, and also how Phil thought. So I know the thoughts of more than one of the characters, right? I'm all knowing, like eyes looking down on them, which makes me third. Okay, let's try one more. To build a house, first you need to find a good location to build your house on. So this one tells me, we're just using the word you and your, right? And it's giving me directions, telling me what I need to do, right? First, you need to find a good location to build your house on. What do you think this is? Okay, so let's look over the point of views again with our three pigs. So we have the first person. The main character is telling the story, uses the pronouns I, me, we, my, our, and ours. They are a character in the story, right? And we're getting their point of view. Second person, the narrator is telling you the story. You, your, yours. Third person, the narrator is telling the story, but they are not a character. And it could be limited or omniscient. And remember, omni means all knowing. And keywords here would be he, she, it, they, and them. Okay, so that wraps up points of view using the three little pigs. And in the stories or the video today, we've met Tom, Jerry, and Phil, who told us about how they built their homes, right? And we looked at how when one person is telling the story from their point of view, how it's going to be first person. So we learned that Tom said, I'm going to use bricks.